What is going on, everybody? I'm hoping y'all are having a great day. My name is Josh, and in this video I'm just going to be going over a few things that I have done starting out trading futures, what you should avoid, what are the mistakes that I made when I first started, how to avoid the mistakes that I've made, and I'm pretty sure everybody who's watched this video has made these mistakes on several accounts, guys. So the first mistake I would have to say to avoid at all costs is revenge trading. You don't want to go into a spiral and just completely wipe out your evaluation or wipe out your pro account or your funded account, whatever the case may be. If you have a losing play, it's okay. Just don't go chasing that losing play by trying to just revenge and make up the loss that you just acquired. If you had a losing play, sit back, take a few breaths, walk away, go grab you some water. You know, it's okay. Everybody has losing plays. You just have to manage to not have a losing day. So losing trades are okay. Just don't go chasing it, okay, guys? You have to master your psychology when it comes to day trading. And trust me, I know about revenge trading. I would get into a position where I thought it was a great setup, and I would lose $300-400. Well, immediately I would up the position size, and then look at it, and then attack. And then your mind is so cloudy that you make another bad play, and then you're like, then sometimes you raise the position size up more, and so I want to make it all back in this one play, and it's a bad habit to get into. So just don't do it, or if you do it, cut it out. It's not worth it, guys. All right, so revenge trading, that's a no-no. Number two would have to be putting more positions on than you actually should. So if you start out with a fresh $25,000, let's call it a take profit account, right? They give you 3 positions. My advice would be to not use the full 3, possibly build that thing up with maybe 4 micros, 5 micros at the most, so a half of an actual full NQ, and just work your way up. If you go in heavy, even with one position, with one NQ, if you get into the wrong trade and you only have $1,500 to lose, you can lose it in a split second. If you hop in and that thing dives down more than 50 points, which it can, and it will, and I've done it before, trust me. So, especially if you're in an eval, or you just got funded, it's day one, stick with 4 micros. Heck, do 3 micros. Just build your equity up. You don't have to go in with a whole NQ or three of them for that matter. Or if you're doing the ES or the Russell, whatever you're trading, don't over leverage your position. And when you do get funded, like I said, stay with 3 to 4 micros and build it up. Get you $300 a day, get you $400, get you $150 a day. I guarantee you, if I broke out my wallet and gave you $150 in cash, you wouldn't just give it right back to me. You'd be like, oh, cool, thank you. So if the market just presents you with that, just take it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So revenge trading's a no-no. Over leveraging's a no-no. The number 3 I would have to say is bouncing around from strategy to strategy to strategy. If you know you're good at scalping the New York Open, just scalp the New York Open. If you know you're good at holding a position from the start of the market at 5 p.m. Central and holding it hours because you have a real good indignation of where the market's going to go, do that. If you trade breakouts, just trade breakouts. If it works for you, don't go looking for another strategy to use. Yeah, of course, it's great to have multiple strategies, but if your strategy doesn't work 2, 3, 4 times, don't give up on it. You're just looking at the market wrong, and you're just entering at a wrong position. So instead of changing your strategy, figure out why your entries aren't where they're supposed to be. That's what I would do, to focus on where and why do I place my entries where I place them. That's the key. you know. So I would do a little bit of back testing and improve your strategy. Don't try to have 20 strategies under your belt just because it's unnecessary, to be honest with you. I've done that, so now I kind of just stick to scalping. High volatility, high volume, high pace. I like that. I get in and out. I make my 300-400 a day, and I'm done. With that being said, the next thing would be pick a session to trade and learn the session. You don't have to trade at 5 p.m. when the market opens, and you don't have to trade Asian and London and in between and New York AM, New York lunch, and New York PM sessions. You don't have to trade every session, and that's going to be over trading. If you make $300, $400, or even $1,000, if you get lucky on a good trade, you make $1,000. That's great. You're done trading for the day. Of course, you can always make more, right? We make $1,000. You take an hour break and you come back. Well, I'm gonna make another $1,000. I'm gonna make it. And then what happens is you lose the $1,000 that you made, and then you turn into a revenge trader, and you lose another $1,000 and another $1,000. So when you are up $1,000, now guess what? You wipe that whole $1,000 away, plus another $1,000. Now you're in the red $1,000. I've done that plenty of times as well. If you get bored, like when I actually had a day job before I became a full-time day trader, I would trade. I would make the money in the morning times for the New York Open, and then after lunch I would get back on because I was bored. So don't trade. You don't have to make 70 trades a day. If you make 2 or 3 good trades in a session, that's great. You just leave it alone. Of course, you could always make more, but you could always lose it and then lose more as well. So revenge trading is a no-no. Over leveraging your position size is a no-no. Changing different strategies because one doesn't work for a couple times, don't do that. Just figure out what you want to do and do it. Don't, it just doesn't work. And then the fourth one I said, you don't have to trade every session. You don't have to be at the charts all day long. All right, so the fifth one I'm going to have to say is, now that some people may disagree with this, stick with a prop firm. Don't have a Top Step. Don't have a Trader, a Take Profit. Don't have an Apex, an Elite, a Bull and Ox. It's just too much going on. It's too hard to know what you have where. If you got 10 accounts here, 5 accounts here, this and that. Honestly, I guess that's a personal preference, but it's confusing and it's a lot of work for no reason. If you stick with one, now my personal favorite is Take Profit Trader, of course, because you can request a payout every single day as long as you have the equity in your wallet. So if you have the equity in your wallet, if you have $5,000 in your wallet, if you make $600, you can take the $600 out your wallet, and it'll just get reimbursed at the end of the day when they do their all their statistics at the end of the night, because Take Profit takes a long time to do all their stuff. That's what I would do. I would just stick with one. Personally, I do Take Profit Trader. A lot of people have, a bunch of my friends I know have multiple accounts with multiple prop firms. To each his own, but for my own personal clutter in my brain, because I have a lot going on, it's easier just to manage one person's money, right? So Apex is cool. You could have 20 accounts up to $300,000 per one. I understand it, but you can't take a daily payout every day with Apex. You have to hope and pray that you get approved for your payout on the 8th day. Anyway, so the next thing is, don't jump from prop firm to prop firm to prop firm, right? It's unnecessary. If you're making money with one and you are getting consistent payouts, that's great. Like I said, that's personal preference. Another big mistake that I think I made back when I first started was going. Now this probably has to do a similar with the very first thing that I talked about. Was going full out. What do we call it? Full sending your account. If they give you 35 positions like Apex does, Apex will give you 35 positions to trade on their $300,000 account. Don't do it. If you're funded, if you have a PA account, don't do it. I can understand evaluations because they give you the option to pass it in one day, which is just, they're instilling gambling inside of you. That way you blow your account the first day, of course. So just don't full send it. It's cool and all. I mean, I've done it. It's fun when you hit $20,000 in one day. But realistically, you're not going to make $20,000 every single day. You may luck up and do it one day. You might even do it 2 and 3 days in a row if you get at the correct spot. But don't full send it. All right, take my advice. I actually did it today on a couple of evals just because I was live streaming and I was bored, so I really wasn't worried about passing them. I felt like doing it. So I still do it. It is what it is, but I don't get mad because I already know I already have it in my mindset that I'm going to lose the eval. So I treated it like a gambling situation, basically, guys. Another mistake I would have to say is paper trading. Now, some people say, "Oh yeah, start off with a demo account from, you can get your free demo account from Tradeovate directly if you have an account with them." You're wasting your time. I'll be honest with you, you're wasting your time because when you demo trade, there is zero feelings when it comes to just clicking a button. Buy market, sell market, order filled. You can do as many positions as you want as long as you get that. They start you out with $50,000. I'll build mine up to $2 million just by gambling. But there's no emotions attached to it. So even though you are sort of learning how the market looks, I'm not going to say don't get one and just watch the charts. But that wouldn't be a necessary step in my mind to building how to physically trade. Because when you go from that to a funded account, not an eval. Like evals, I feel no pain when I have evaluations. If I lose them, I lose them. It's really no sweat. But when it comes for time for day one for you to be funded, or even when you fund your own personal account, the emotions are real. I will be shaking, and my finger will be clenching my mouse, and I'll have to drink a bunch of potassium and magnesium because I'm all wired. There's none of that feelings or emotions when you paper trade, guys. So paper trading, in my eyes, is just a waste of time when you could be getting the true emotion while trading. Shoot, you could even fund a personal Tradeovate account directly through your bank account. You wire transfer it to it. I do it all the time. Drop you $1,000 in your own Tradeovate account, and then start trading. Don't paper trade. Do a couple micros, because even when you're losing $2 and $3 and $4, you still personally feel it because it's your own money. Even going from your own personal live Tradeovate to a PA account or a Take Profit Pro, the feeling is different because this is your hard-earned money. Like you physically are watching it bleed. Prop firms are slightly different. Now you feel it because it's like, oh, I just got the pro account, but it's not the same as your own personal money. You wire transferred from your bank account, guys. So for me, my biggest mistake, well, one of them, of course, because of this video, one of the biggest mistakes is paper trading. It is a waste of time. You get the book knowledge, but you don't get the hands-on. Kind of like I'm a mechanic by trade as well. Book knowledge is great, but if you don't physically bust your hands and cut yourself, you don't get the full experience, guys. I think that's about all that I have. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments for me. Y'all know I get right back to the comments. As soon as I see them, my little phone lights up, I answer them as quick as I can. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, to be honest with you guys. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. I appreciate y'all watching. If you watched the full extent of the video, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all's time. And I hope y'all have a great day and y'all trade safely, man. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.